Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Captain Shaq here, and welcome back to the planet of Agris. Today is going to be a short video on a mod spotlight that I'm super excited for because we've talked about it for literally years here on the XP Gamers for Space Engineers, and it's a mechanic, a gameplay mechanic that would open up so many options for us. And though we've had mods that almost kind of sort of do what we needed to do, none of them have actually been able to do every feature that we need to make it function, and that is grabby hands. The ability to, let me jump back into the Armco base here, the ability to grab stuff up off the ground and carry it around. Let me show you what I mean. So if I go ahead and put down a block here, we'll put like a normal, let's say a normal, there we go, a normal block. We need to move this. Now, the only way to move this in normal Space Engineers would be normally grind it down until it disappears, the inventory, all the stuff goes into our inventory of the steel plates. Or, the other option would be kick it like a soccer ball and hope the physics don't kill you or it doesn't get lost. Now, why would you want to move something like this? Well, if you're salvaging something or if you're moving something, say a battery, for instance, if you're trying to salvage a battery, that's actually a great example. If you're gonna salvage a battery, if you break down a battery, you lose the base components. Now, if you're playing in a situation where you don't have access to any extra solar cells, or power cells, then you're gonna be in trouble because you're gonna break the battery down, you're not gonna be able to rebuild it, so you're gonna wanna end up moving it. Now maybe you've got a damaged vehicle and you wanna slap this onto it. Well, that's gonna be a problem because there's just no way to move it. But with this mod, and this will look a little familiar because we've used a mod kinda like this, I can pick it up and I can walk the object around. Now we've had this mod before. The problem with this was you couldn't actually rotate it. You couldn't align it the way you needed to so that you could weld it onto stuff, so you could attach it to other grids, which is, by the way, another mod that has been around for a while that I absolutely love for salvage gameplay. But now we can finally do this. I can rotate this in any direction I want using the same keys that we normally use. How freaking cool is that? Oh, I love it so much. This mod by the genius MZ has created improved engineering, grid pickup, holding manipulation mod. Now, it doesn't work in multiplayer just yet. Hopefully that becomes a thing. Throw warheads at your friends. Indeed. But he's managed to make this function. Now, there are a couple of limitations to this that you should be made aware of. One of them being if you're using boxes like these, small grid boxes that you can store stuff into, right? This would be the perfect opportunity to load some stuff up in here and then carry it into your ship. Well, the problem with that is if you hit F while looking at it, which is the activatable key, you're gonna run into the issue of it always opens the menu instead of letting you pick it up. If I click it, same deal. So this may be only solved by the mod maybe getting changed for these little boxes where you only have access to the inventory by looking in the hole, the top of it, which would be fine with me. I think that's very immersive. Or maybe he can make it so activating a block no longer requires you to, activate it with the same key used to open inventory. Hopefully this is something that can be fixed or changed or edited, but for right now, this is a thing. So let me show you how cool this is. Let's grab our little box here. If I right click, by the way, I can have it stay right in the middle of my screen. There is a limit to how heavy something can be to pick it up that changes based on if you're in gravity or not, which is very cool. If I left click, I can stop it from rotating. And now we're heading over to the Atlas. This is my old cargo ship over here on the planet Agris. I love this ship, which I think we may be leaving Agris soon. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking we might leave. But let's jump on board onto the cargo ramp. Let's go ahead and plop this down. Just hit F, and then we'll bring the cargo ramp up. The cargo ramp took a little bit of damage. Some of the pistons exploded at one point because the ship decided that it needed to be inside the ground. So I had to kind of rebuild this. This is a temporary button to get us up here. And we'll bring our little battery up here. And I'll put you over here. Let's say, for instance, I want to unload the weapon systems that I've got on board. Well, if you're using the grind mod, and I'll put a link in the description below, which lets you the advanced grinding and welding mod, you can actually detach stuff. So let's get rid of these. Let's get rid of this. We're gonna get rid of all of my clamps. If I hold control with the advanced grind mod, I can start grinding. That percentage bar will go up, and now it is detached. Because we have the grab mod, I can walk up to this now, put my tool away, gotta have your hands free if you wanna pick something up. And I can totes my goats, lift up this hydro rocket system, which is a great mod, and put it on the ramp. All right, let's go ahead and left click it. Actually, right click it. Let's rotate it just a little bit. There we go. Rotating it the wrong way. And go ahead and drop it. And then we can go downstairs with it. And we can now actually unload all of these weapons in here a lot easier in a way that actually makes sense. I can't wait for multiplayer support for this to come out, because how cool is it gonna be when we can get a group together? We're using the salvage mods, right? So you're not gonna wanna grind stuff down with a grinder. Maybe we do like a survival gameplay where our primary resource and survival depends on us salvaging from like a salvage yard. Very Star Wars or well, any of those. Yeah, I love that idea. I love that idea of being like, okay, yeah, don't grind that down. We'll lose the resources for that. Let's stockpile those hydrogen thrusters in the warehouse until we're ready to finish building the rocket that we're using to escape, you know, the hostile planet somewhere. I think that would be very, very cool. And maybe even open up some trading and stuff. So, yep, we have access to grabby hands. Now, if you're wondering, okay, but how do you attach stuff, right? Let's head back upstairs. Let's go grab that battery, and I'll show you real quick how attaching stuff works. While we're on the way up, I will look for the weld pads. This is from the advanced welding mod, and a lot of you will know exactly what I'm doing with this, right? We've had this mod for a while. Now, I do have creative mode on just so we don't have to go around grabbing resources to do this. We'll grab this battery. Let's put this battery on the forklift that's downstairs, the space forklift that's downstairs already. So we're gonna drop that there. While we're in here, see, this is the same problem. These are cargo containers. These are the same cargo containers, but they're all like, the whole model isn't activatable instead of just one section, right? So unlike, if I switch to a grinder here, unlike these guys, or, I mean, I could even move these custom boxes in and out of here. Oh, you're finally out of batteries. Oh, this is a cargo crate that actually opens with a light on the inside. All right, anyways, let's go back downstairs. I'll show you guys how the grinding works. Elevator down. While we're on our way down, we're gonna slap a weld pad, an advanced weld pad on this guy. Gonna slap that right there. Normally you'd have to weld that up. These are very cheap. Think of these as like a chemical weld pad that when it mixes with another pad, it immediately destroys itself but welds the two blocks together. We'll put one here. Now, before, we could kind of make this work with the old grabby hands mod, but we couldn't rotate, so it made it really, really difficult to get stuff to line up. But now, if I left click, oh no! Yeah, left click and right click is chuck, is to throw it, which is not what I wanted to do. Let's go ahead and grab this back up, still under controls. I'll hold down left click. I should be able to rotate with left click held down. Yep, there we go. And now I can rotate right click to stop it from, if you click them both, you chuck it. All right, so right click to bring it into the center, left click, stop rotation, left click, stop rotation, and then there's our weld pad. We just rotate that. Now we're set. Now we just gotta go line it up with that other pad, and this will just attach directly onto it. Let's go this way. And this mod better end up on the front page. I mean, I think it already actually is on the front page. Here we go. Here we go. If I turn on the UI, you'll see the numbers come up. There it is. There's the merge. There's the little animation, and it's on now. And we've got power on the grid. How freaking cool is that? Oh, I love this mod so much. I've got some ideas. I got some ideas for a fun, like, get some people together and do, like, salvage gameplay. So, anyways, I just wanted to put out the PSA that this just came out. It's very, very cool. I can actually use my freighter now to haul, move resources. Yeah, it's very exciting. All right, everyone, if you enjoyed the video and you want to see more quick spotlights like this, let me know in the comments below. Maybe I'll bring these back as new and interesting mods come out. We've got that big update on the way for Space Engineers, which is kind of what I'm holding out for to dive back into it. I know the Sunday series have not been a thing. I don't want to be burned out on Space Engineers, and I was definitely getting to that point. So now I'm taking a little bit of a break. But with mods like this, yep, get excited. It's going to be good. All right, I'll catch you all in the next one. Later, everybody.